We now return to not the final mission. It's Vestholm. Our home. But there's one more after this.
Your Majesty, we are beset on all sides. We have been betrayed by one of our own. Enemy armies are marching towards Vestholm, and the royal city itself is in peril. The traitor's forces will soon be here to arrest us. One loyal knight must escape the city and reach a safe settlement north of here. That knight must build up a secure headquarters there and contact our allies. The rest of us shall stay here and protect our city, though we may ourselves be captured. Let me be blunt, Your Majesty. The others are needed here to protect the throne. I should be the one to go.
Send your calmest head, your coolest temper on this mission, for your crown hangs in the balance.
I understand betrayal. I don't understand stupidity. Let us show the traitor what it means to cross us.
Our home is under assault. I can gather reinforcements and be back before you know it.
How dare they invade our home? The others can protect you while I go for help.
Make your choice, Your Majesty.
So obviously Hakim is the better knight. However, the thing about this mission is that if we lose our knight even once, we lose the mission. So we're not going to be involving the knight in any combat, which means Kestrel's ability to get more taxes is probably the better thing at this point. We'll need money rather early on.
I must survive to reach the northern settlement. Everyone is counting on me.
As you wish.
The royal city has fallen to the traitor. The other knights have been captured. I must get to our northern settlement quickly.
Okay. We're going to abandon those soldiers because everything in that town now belongs to the Red Prince, including that gate. You actually have to send a troop in to open it, and they will get stuck there. We don't want those soldiers anyway because they are going to take a lot of money that we can't afford this early on, so just abandon them and get started building. We are kind of on an island surrounded by rivers, which you would think is rather protective, and for most of the year it is. However, we have winter in this location, which means that that is not what I'm looking for, which means that there will come a time when it freezes over and they can just walk into our city. So, we can actually block some places off. We are kind of up on a cliff, and if you were paying attention to the map during the debriefing, you could see kind of where we can choke it off. However, just getting the money and the resources, speaking of which, to expand out there and claim those territories, I think is going to be a little bit too long. So, we're going to go ahead and start working on defenses.
I have to build up a settlement first, and then I will seek help.
We're going to surround this territory. Actually, what I want to do first is upgrade you. We're going to surround the territory, and that's going to take a while. In fact, I probably want another stone cutter. Before we go surrounding it, we've got some time. Before we go doing that, I need to make sure my food supply is good to go. This is actually kind of a large area, and this is not. Yeah, I don't think I can fit extras in here. Whatever, we'll put one there. We do have access to fish. If I'm going to surround this place with a wall, however, they're going to have to go out this way. So, we'll be putting a road along here. I guess this is where I will put the fishermen. Put them kind of close-ish. I could put it right here, actually. Right, so it's out of the gate. And then we'll have to add a smokehouse over here. And at this point, maybe another hunter would be okay. We don't really actually need to get that one built up. But the hunter is probably going to be important. And then, of course, we need tannery. Maybe right here. Okay, so we've got that going. Let's keep getting some money. And we've got deer and iron right here. Let's go explore this territory. And what are we doing on stone? Now, are we facing the right way? That's really just the most important, is making sure we don't have the stone for that. Now we do, now we don't. What the hell? Okay. So we'll block that up as far as we can go there. Really, I almost think that if I just snap... Well, no, it looks like they could probably still get in here. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a ways to go to secure this place. First of all, we need a lot of fucking wood. We've got cows down here, okay, with another hunting area. That's good. And this is all cliff up until here. However, we cannot choke that off until we get this territory, which has herbs. We'll want that eventually. Let's go to the west, because we kind of poked our head out for most of that. How do we get to here? I guess we can just go through this territory. Maybe I should send her there just so I can have an eye on the harbor. This finally got built. Let's keep building our woodcutters up. What are we waiting on? I would have thought within a few minutes. I guess food? Okay. Maybe a little bit of an issue here. A rather blank spot, but there's sheep there. So we'll get a sheep farm up and running. Now the thing is, because we've got such limited space inside the city, if I do go farming, I think I'll end up putting those right outside. They will be vulnerable, however, that is the best location, and this is the hunting grounds. There are deer everywhere. So this will probably be my first choice, well, boar as well. First choice for expansion. Although we could really use that iron mine. But, so maybe this will actually be my second choice, because eventually we're going to need all those hides for the clothing and whatnot, but at the moment we don't really have a problem. And then this is up on a cliff, so this will be the choke point to the west, and actually collecting this territory first would allow me to just block that off, and then we could take our time in the west. Can we focus on these? My God, people. Let's go speed 2.
Yes, my liege.
Waiting on this. But all my fucking woodcutters, and how many woodcutters do I have? Only 2. Okay. Set that back down to 1. We need another one, obviously. This is taking too damn long. We'll put it up here with the rest of them. This is a rather forested area, so we should be fine as far as that goes. Of course not. Okay, well, fine. Let's see if we can't continue our little outpost here.
I know how to make the settlers pay more gold to the tax collectors.
Guess we'll be going like that then. We really should finish off this. It's going to take a lot of effort to make this happen. We're going to need to start looking at getting those expansions. I don't know, at this point maybe the iron would be a better choice. Are you full? I guess you're full. Maybe even a 4th woodcutter at this point. I mean, good grief. We seem to... Yeah, see, now here's the problem. This whole thing will freeze over and just make a very nice... I could put a gatehouse down here, just so we can get to that. It would also allow hunters to wander through. Okay, so maybe we'll do that instead. We won't completely seal the place off. We can put down a southern gatehouse. It's just that much more stone. But it will allow easier access, faster access. All right. I mean, I guess I could turn things like this off during the 3 months. Seems a little bit silly. Okay, 19 stone. We'll just continue on here. And that should get me all the way to the end. Maybe? Maybe I should make sure.
I work hard.
There we go.
A reward.
All right, all right.
Promote me. Yes, I think I look better with a title.
Okay.
Our settlement is growing. I should go to the harbor and send a messenger to our allies. They will send reinforcements.
Will they?
Yes, my liege.
We'll see about that.
Earnings out of a nearby building, and nobody will notice
Gonna
me.
pay attention to her too, because I don't know who's in this. It's not controlled, but I really cannot afford to have her get killed here. Turn this back to 1. Upgrading like this might be a little bit premature at this point, seeing as how we are just still kind of low on everything.
What's that? A traitor has taken over Vestholm? Enemy forces in the city? I will send out my ship immediately. We shall spread the word.
Alright. So I guess right here is decent. Maybe, maybe not. Gotta be sure of that rock. Could always just put it here and take out these trees. I mean, I kind of want to save some trees just in case we deforest the area a little too quickly. But this is probably the best bet. And we're out of stone. Okay. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think everyone is upgraded, so efficiencies should be a little bit better. Okay. So now we definitely need to be thinking about building military, and more importantly, we need to be looking at getting to Baron. We're spending most of my... Can't squeeze it in there, dang it. We're spending most of my resources just getting that stupid wall going, which is, of course, not going to do me a lot of favors when I need to be upgrading all of these. So maybe I should go down here. I mean, really, this is only protecting me. I wish you could cross rivers with this. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth finishing off the island, to be honest. That's an awful lot of stone.
But of course.
We need another one of these anyhow. I'm just gonna take up wood right there if I do that. I guess it can go here. Alright. We can set this to ×2. Back down to 1. And what needs to be upgraded? Church, storehouse. Storehouse first. And we do have enough resources to go claim a territory. I kind of think I want this so we can get started with the iron mining. We will also have access to more hunting, so...
Yes, my liege.
I know I'd like to get that sealed off in the west, but I think we need to have some military soon. I'm not sure when the first attacks happen, but they will happen. We've also got forest out here too, I mean, so why not? Alright, we have to actually have that first.
Aye.
Another thing I'm not entirely certain about is whether or not the the prince attacks during a certain season. Okay, well, we're well defended here. In fact, I might not even need archers to defend. I could just start upgrading. Continuing. Oh, so I don't even have to go that way. Maybe that would allow me to actually do this a little bit nicer. It's a mechanic I have not been using the entire game. Alright. We shall work to seal off what we can. Try and maximize space as best I can. Keep milking the townsfolk for money. Everybody's at level 3. Except for a few. Okay, we'll just expand that way and expand that way. So let's get one iron miner out there. We'll probably want a couple just because of distance. And actually for distance we can probably afford 2 of these as well. Now that is a lot, I realize. And we could even go for farming out here, really. Why don't we go ahead and get a farm out there? Well, because we don't have enough wood, that's why. But I kind of learned my lesson there. Diversity in food is the way to go. Alright. Well, I want a little something. This, of course, will not be worth anything for a quarter of the year. But we can hopefully build something out of it. And we're going to need a bakery. In fact, we should probably build this a little bit closer, just so they have access to it. I might... Well, you know, I don't know if I can actually squeeze too much more in this way. If I do... Because if I put a road here, I don't think I'm going to get one next to that wall. So it actually kind of has no purpose to do that. I mean, we might be able to. It'd be a small one if it was. Let's say a soap maker. Well, okay, it's not even going to let me try. I definitely think we want to look at getting another woodcutter at this point. This is just a little bit crazy. So if I go a little bit close, that's too narrow, so let's angle it out. I'll just make a nice little curve. I do want to have a road coming along the back way as well, because I think I can utilize some of that space. As I said, we're going to be very crammed in here. Alright, we've got 28 stone. We can probably finish the wall, I think. Okay, I actually want to make sure we're sealing it off completely, because any little bit that computer is going to exploit. Oh, really? Well, okay then. And we will extend it that way. Done. We're sealed in. Except for some of our more vulnerable members out here. We can actually utilize... No! We have to be upgraded. Okay. Church needs to be upgraded. Running out of food. Disastrous, really. How much fish do we actually have? Not enough. Not enough to justify it. If we got those cows, that'd be another source of revenue for me. Well, not revenue, but food. I do want to connect these up with stone. In fact, none of this is stone pathing. Baroness. I guess we have to wait until the ceremony's done? Is that what's going on there? Yeah. The sermon. Okay. It's going to be really tight in here. It's going to be problematic. We're going to need to do something, probably get another tanner. Okay, we've overhunted. Oh!
The Castellan of Tios sends his greetings, and tells you that no good deed goes unrewarded. His troops are ready to serve you.
And you're where? You guys are where? You guys are where? You guys are where? So what, do I have to come down here and then I can hire them, or what the fuck? So, shit. This is gonna snowball. I think I expanded too fast. Maybe Elias actually is the choice. So I have troops, but where are they? Maybe when I do the assault on the castle, they'll show up? I mean, nobody's down there. Oh, settler limit. Which is the church. Right. Let's put more stress on our food supply. Nothing. Okay, well,
On our way.
we won't worry about it then. Not just yet. I guess we'll put down another butcher shop. But another butcher and another tanner, which is what we're gonna need, and we're not gonna have the
I deserve a
resources.
promotion. You wouldn't want to lose me, would you?
She is very touchy. Well, yep, that road is going to nowhere, so we will not be having such a thing over there. I wonder if I could put, like a, not that, put one kind of in the back here, and have a road go out. Because we do want to utilize this space back here, and it's not very friendly to that. So I guess we'll put that there. And it'll have to go something like this to sneak around the back, at which point it's rather moot then, isn't it? We don't need to do that. We'll just have it angle off here.
I have been rewarded for my service. Hear me
Alright.
roar.
So now,
The time has come to free my comrade knights. I must send a thief into the royal city's castle and find out where they are being held.
we don't want to do that just yet. I would rather have ourselves a little bit of a military going before we venture off and destroy ourselves. Alright. So, what we can do, though, I've got plenty of material.
On your orders?
I think we ought to go make some expansions. In fact, maybe we ought to make that expansion down here. Well, we do have 2 spots of deer already.
On our way.
Let's go make sure that wall is sealed. And we'll get some sheep while we're at it. Well, I guess that's this territory, though, isn't it? We won't be getting sheep, not just yet. What's the next need? Nothing really.
A stone quarry will soon be depleted.
Okay. So now we have to be a little bit more cautious, because if I'm going to do any kind of upgrades, it's going to cost a lot, and we're going to have to get stone from over here. And if I were actually going to build a wall there, which I intend to do, that's going to take up a good amount of resources as well. We do have more stone in this territory, which is something we have to capture if we want to seal that off. However, this whole area is completely exposed itself, and it is massive. So there's got to be another place we can go.
On our way. Yes, my liege.
I think we ought to just come down here and capture this right now. It leads into my territory. Yep, it's all sealed off. Okay, well, we're still having the food issue. Butcher shop down here, we need to get these guys up. The baker. We've got material in here, it's just not being dealt with quickly enough. But it ought to be. Oh, okay. Let's put down another one here. That's whoa, hold on. 500? Okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of worth it. This is a rather important territory, given how much it's got in there.
On your orders?
We could definitely inundate ourselves with hides, which we can kind of be doing right now, to be honest. I don't know, another one? Think another one? This might be the one that breaks the... I was going to say antelope.
We claimed a territory.
It's not antelope, it's just actually deer. It's not the boar in this one. Breaks the animal's back.
The stone quarry has been depleted.
Could break our back too. Okay, excellent. Well, as soon as those guys have got their last load in there, we will be deleting those. That'll take some of the pressure off, and we'll just focus ourselves on some food. Yeah, let's just put it here. We'll utilize this space a little bit better. I'll try and get a road. If I get a road going diagonal, I think we'll have 2 lanes there. So that'll be nice. And then, now that we've got this, we can, of course, be putting in hunters galore. So we all good there? Looks like we're all good. And now we've got 2 more spots. Even better. But yes, we do actually have to start looking at other things. Maybe I can actually put a barracks out here or 2. This is a good, nice open spot. Okay, well.
A grain farmer has no grain field.
Yeah, well, it's getting to be that time of year, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here, and I will see you next time.